Thank you for watching this video from Musik Des Ruhms. Our project, Songs for Worship Decrypted, is aimed to teach you the basics of tonic sol-fa notation.
Welcome to Lesson 2. Notes and Scales. First section in Lesson 2. Notes.
A musical note is the name given to a pitch associated with a specific audio vibration. The pitch describes how low or high a note sounds. Western music utilizes 12 musical notes. This symbol indicates sharp notes. Sharp notes are notes that sound a semitone higher than the note you intend. For example, the note G sharp is one semitone higher than the note G. This symbol indicates flat notes. Flat notes are notes that sound a semitone lower than the note you intend. For example, the note G flat is one semitone lower than the note G. Now you are familiar with the pitches and the names associated with it. Before going to see its use in Songs for Worship Songbook, you have to understand what is a scale.
Second section in Lesson 2. Scales.
A scale is a collection of notes, which are commonly grouped together in order of pitch. It is a sequence of small intervals, called tones and semitones. A scale begins and ends at the same note. So, totally there will be 8 notes in a scale. The first pitch, or note of the scale, called the tonic, is the pitch upon which the scale is based.
I have a doubt. You said there are 12 notes, and a scale depends on the first note of a scale. So, how will we find the notes on a scale?
You can use the major scale finding formula. The formula is tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. This formula can be explained taking the C major scale as an example. As per the formula, you have to take a whole step, or tone, to find the second note in the scale. Taking a whole step from C, you will reach D, and don't be confused with D flat, which is only a half step, or semitone, from C. The same whole step is repeated to find the third note, that is E. F is only a half step from E, thus you got the fourth note in C scale. Likewise, applying the formula, you will get every other notes in C scale. Refer to our PDF version of this lesson to know the notes of all major scales. The most important note in a scale is the first note, known as tonic. It is also called the key note, as this note tells what key or scale you are in. In Songs for Worship Songbook, the key of the song will be specified at the top right section above the music notation. For example, in song number 457, in the above stated place, it's written as Do is D. This means that the tonic of the song is the D, or this song is in D major scale.
Next section. Relative minor.
A pair of major and minor scales, sharing the same notes, are said to be in a relative relationship. The relative minor scale of a major scale is the minor scale of the 6th degree of that tonality, or simply, it is the 6th note's minor scale. For example, relative minor of C major scale is A minor scale. Notes in C major and A minor scale are Yes, the notes are same, but the order of notes changes. You don't have to by heart the formula for finding a minor scale, but remember this relative relationship only. In song number 437, above the music notation you can see, Do is F, key is D minor. This means that, tonic of the song is F, but the key or scale of the song is D minor scale, which is the relative minor scale of F major scale. The relative relationship can also be utilized while applying chords for songs that are having only one part. You will not see any notes in the Songs for Worship Songbook. Instead, you will see syllables, do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti. You will find more about these syllables in the next section of your study.
The next section of this lesson. Psalmisation.
A system of associating each note of a scale with a particular syllable is called psalmisation. There are 2 types of psalmisation. 1. Fixed do system. 2. Movable do system, or sol-fa system. Solfeggio, or sol-fa, is a system where every note of a scale is given its own unique syllable, which is used to sing that note every time it appears. For example, in E major scale, the note E will be sung as Do, F sharp will be sung as Re, and so on. At the same time, in C major scale, the note C will be sung as Do, note D will be sung as Re, and so on. The movable Do system is followed in songs for worship songbook. There are mainly 7 syllables in tonic sol-fa notation. Have a look at this table. The syllable written as D, O, is pronounced as Do, and noted as D, in every scale. For example, in C major scale the note C is represented by Do. The note in upper octave or lower octave is represented by the number 1 as superscript or subscript respectively. The figure shows this notation in C major scale.
The last section of this lesson, chromatic notes.
In some songs, the notes not belonging to the scale will also be there in the composition. These notes are termed as chromatic notes. See this example. Here you can see a syllable, ta. The syllable, t, in C major scale is the note, B. The ta, in this scale is an example of chromatic note. The syllable ta, in C major scale is the note, B flat. The names for sharpened and flattened notes are the ordinary sol-fa name of a note with E added for sharps, and A added for flats. Check these examples by yourself to strengthen what you have heard about chromatic notes. That brings us to the end of this lesson. We hope you understood this lesson. Goodbye. Till we see in our next lesson about time signatures.